So
On today's episode of Classically Trained,
the first thing on my mind is that this place is very small and doesn't have a lot of stuff. So
something
we
new.
Head out to Hot Topic because the New York Comic Con pop figures are out, and this past week I just been waking up so early. We were there at the mall at 6 a.m. I got up at 5:15. And we just did the craziest thing, and we got
something
these
exciting
awesome pop figures. The lineup was huge. Thanks, Yanni. I think I've spent
something
more this
weird
week than I have in a long time. But that's the way collecting goes. You find stuff. What the hell
something
is this?
Broken?
Wow. Thanks for giving me something broken. London Comic Con did start up this weekend, and hopefully you guys went and grabbed some awesome stuff at this Comic Con. There wasn't as many things as I wanted to have there at the Comic Con, but I did find some pretty good stuff, and it's going to be shown here today on my episode. But first up, I'm just going to show you some random little things that I got. I finally decided to pick up an actual stand that I can use for my cell phone to actually film this episode. Yes, I am using my iPhone, and that's what I use all the time to film these episodes and my unboxings. And I got this crazy selfie stick at Tully's for $2.99. And the cool thing is that the base comes off, so I can put it on my tripod, which I do right now. So I actually have an awesome, decent looking video for you guys. And I don't know if I'll ever use the selfie stick, but well, I might need it for something. So yeah, I found some crazy cool stuff this week. Some stuff, kind of weird stuff. I now explain what I mean by weird. But I did pick up an awesome Asteroids mini arcade machine. You guys know I collect these things. I have 3 others. I have Miss Pac-Man, I have Centipede, and I have Space Invaders, and now I have Asteroids. So it's a really cool one. They're just mostly for me for collectibles. I just want to display them somewhere of classic arcade machines when I get a chance to actually find space in my museum to actually put it up. Also, you guys know that this past week I should say, that I had a Raspberry Pi done for me. And if you don't know what Raspberry Pi is, it is an awesome and kind of illegal thing to have, where you have all these amazing games on one little microcomputer that you can play. And it's really cool because I am building an arcade machine that's going to utilize it, and it's going to be pretty awesome. But I needed a controller for it, and I picked this up at my local Computers Canada for $14.99. It's just a basic kind of looks like an Xbox 360 controller, which you can use for PlayStation 3, PC, and Steam gaming, I should say, not Stream. Duh. But yeah, it is a small time company. I got it because I wanted to try it, and it was cheaper, and I didn't really want to pay a huge fortune for it. So I picked that up. It is comfy. All the buttons are aligned, so it's perfect for any generation of console. And yeah, I'm just glad I got it so I can actually play. But for when I do my arcade machine, I'm going to have an actual joypad, joystick pad, so to make it more authentic. Also picked up a couple of cool graphic novels this week at my Toulouse store. I had the first volume, but I didn't have the second or third or fourth. And that is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. One of my favorites manga / movies of all time. And it's just really awesome that I found these. And these are mint condition. Someone bought it and just decided to drop them off for some reason. They spent the $15 plus tax to get them. But I have volume 2, I have volume 3, and I have volume 4. Now this is just one of my favorites. Guilty pleasure comics. Well, I shouldn't say comics; they're manga. But yeah, takes place in Toronto. Has it's basically a love story / huge video game love kind of thing. So it is a really awesome series, and if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you guys should see it. It's definitely one of my favorites, just because if you're a gamer or if you just love, like nostalgia, it is the best movie to watch. Also there, I picked up Labyrinth. I've never seen this movie. It is brand new, sealed. Got it for $3 at the local Toulouse. A lot of people don't know that, thrift stores are actually the best place to go and find movies. Nowadays, people are just throwing away movies, and I found so many sealed stuff, and it's just one of those things where if you go and look, you can find these awesome stuff. Next up, might as well I go into the weird thing. I have a buddy that goes a lot to different villages and different thrift stores, and usually he picks me up some stuff. And the really weird thing is that he picks me up stuff that are like half broken and sells it to me. I don't know why he does it, and I don't know why I'm so stupid that I didn't see it, but it's okay. I think I'm going to customize this, and it is an Asuna pop figure from Sword Art Online. Asuna is one of my favorite characters, and it's just really weird because not only is it missing the base, so I can't put it up because the hair is so heavy it falls back. The sword is broken. Why is the sword broken? Why did he pick this up? I have no idea. But, yeah, so he decided to get me Asuna, and I also have Kirito. And the thing about Kirito is, both of his swords are broken. Whoever had these decided that they didn't like the swords, I guess, and they just broke them off. And why did I buy them? Because I'm stupid and I'm a collector. And I thought that they were fine until I actually looked at it and noticed that they weren't fine. So yeah, I got 2 damaged things that make no sense to me. I also got some cool new videos, and one is really crazy because it is a Chuck Norris film that feels more like a horror film than it does an action film, even though there is action to it. And it is Chuck Norris's Silent Rage. Now this is a pretty awesome movie. Like I said, it's a crazy movie, but it's pretty awesome. It's about a guy who basically is mentally challenged, goes crazy, kills a couple people in this small town. Chuck Norris, of course, stops him, and he dies, only he gets brought back to life and becomes basically the T-1000. He can't die. Doesn't matter what happens, blowing up, shot at, stabbed, thrown out like a 7-story window. It is just one of the craziest movies, but it was very, very freaking entertaining. And yeah, for a Chuck Norris film, I've never expected he would do a movie like that, but I'm so happy I got it. Also picked up one of my I actually really loved this movie. Watched it last night, and it's Renegades with Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips. And it is an awesome buddy cop, even though it's not a buddy cop kind of movie. We have Kiefer Sutherland, who is a cop, and basically the story is focused more on Indian background. They steal one of the main characters, not a sword. It is a lance, kind of like a bow, and it is very valuable to their tribe. So they end up going to find it and defeat the bad guy. There's a lot of corruption, a lot of like dirty cops and stuff. But it was just a fun action thriller, and it was one of those ones that I've never even heard of. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this anywhere, but I'm really happy I got it. It's a 1989 movie, and I love the 80s. I love 80s movies more than anything, and I picked it up. This week, I actually picked up a nice classic retro video game that was released on PS3 and Xbox 360, and it came out to Wii, but the Wii had it differently than the Xbox and the PS3 version, and that is Ghostbusters the video game. Now, this is redone with HD graphics, and I picked it up because I absolutely loved the game. I absolutely love Ghostbusters, and I owned the Wii copy because I didn't have a PS3, but my brother did. I played it, and I really, really wish I had that onto, my Wii, but I can understand why they didn't do it. So finally got it, $39 for the Switch and PS4 and the Xbox One. But because who I am Nintendo, and everything I get is for Nintendo, so I picked it up. So happy I did because this is really, really cool. So far, I've been playing the heck out of it, and I can't wait to play some more of it because it is just too much fun. So I picked up a new controller for my Nintendo Switch, and it's cool because if you're a handheld gamer like I am, you really want a controller that is comfy and easy to use, and I picked up this awesome Daemon X Machina Split Pad Pro controller. So what this is basically two Joy-Cons that don't have rumble or a battery or an amiibo scanner in it. This is just basically for handheld mode, where you can put it on your Switch and play, every game. This takes every game, but it makes it easier for you to use. I find it that after a while, the Joy-Cons do make my hands feel, stressed out because of holding it. This one's just a very nice, comfy feel. And the cool thing is, I bought it because of Daemon X Machina, but from reviews and stuff, the analog sticks are actually better than the Pro controller, which is pretty crazy. You have an actual precision D-pad. You have full-size buttons like you would on an actual controller, and you have two trigger buttons at the very back, which is pretty cool. I picked this up because I was very excited that they released this. I needed something that was cozy, and I play a lot on handheld mode, so I made sure to pick it up. It was a little pricey, but it's one of those things where it's a collector's item. I'm going to be using it more than anything, and I love it because it's red. It has the black, entire on some of the red items. So you got the joysticks that are red, and you have the X button, which is the Daemon X Machina logo, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to do an unboxing video of this later in the week, and a review of it, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys want a handheld controller that is comfy and relaxing, they say that this one is the best that you can buy, and like I said, I'm going to try it for myself and enjoy it, but I'm very happy to have it. So, so very, very cool thing is Spirit Away, not Spirit Away, I love that movie though. Spirit Halloween store opened up, and I've purchased so many stuff for Halloween costumes throughout the years, and I actually had my Halloween costume done already, but I bought a couple of more things for future Halloween costumes, I want to say. And the really cool thing is that they had a lot of cool stuff in there, and I picked up a very awesome Naruto Shippuden mug. Now, I don't have a Naruto mug, and Shippuden is my favorite series. Naruto is my favorite series in general, but I wanted an awesome collector's mug that I can use for myself, And I love it because it has Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto on it. And the back has the awesome engraved leaf symbol and Team 7, because, you know, Team 7 is the only team you should care about. It's the only team that matters. It's the story of the show. So I picked it up, and this is a huge mug. I don't normally use these huge mugs, but it is Naruto, and like I said, I just love it, and it's gonna become my new mug. Only, you know, we're in the month of October, which means, you know, that I pop out my Halloween mug, because, you know, I love Halloween. So good. So good. But yeah, so I picked that up. And this past weekend was the London Comic-Con. And I'll go further into detail about that. But before I go to the London Comic-Con, I'm going to tell you all about the trip that we went and purchased our New York Comic-Con pop figures. We went to Masonville Mall, to the Hot Topic in there, super early. I woke up at 5:15 a.m. to go and pick up these pop figures because my best friends decided they wanted to go. And if you're going to go to these pop releases, you want to go super early. So we went and we picked up our pop figures. And the crazy story is that it was freezing that morning. We were stuck outside because every door was locked. So we decided to be adventurous and sneak into the, I want to say, the employee's door. There was no security. No one stopped us. And we went in, all relaxed and chilled, and sat down at Hot Topic, first in line, and waited until Hot Topic opened at 9 a.m. So we were there for a while. But it was a good while. We had a lot of fun. And I'm going to show you guys the pop figures I picked up. I'm going to go through the common ones I picked up first, and then I'll go through the other ones. And one being the commons is there were a bunch of new My Hero Academia pop figures released. And I have All For One, which is a pop figure I needed to start my new set. And there's a new set that started. And of course, there's a bunch of them that I have to pick up. But, you know, I have to limit myself on finding these. These were the only two I've found. And I'll show you which other one. But yeah, I picked up All For One. I picked up Tokoyomi, which is an awesome pop figure. The character is not my favorite in this series, but this pop figure is really cool design because he has like a spirit dark side, and it's here on the side, which is pretty cool that he uses, and that's his quirk. Very, very awesome pop figure. Yeah, this is the new set, as you can see in the back, of pop figures. So I picked that up. Next up, I picked up an Annabelle pop figure. This is from Annabelle Creation because I love horror movies, I love the Conjuring universe, and I really wanted to get this pop figure because, yeah, I'm a huge fan of what the Conjuring has done and how good their movies are. And doesn't matter which one, I love all the movies. Yes, even The Nun. The Nun is one of my favorite movies. I find it scary as hell, so... and I find it very entertaining. But I got this. This is a Hot Topic exclusive, and I'm very happy I did because Hot Topic always has the 3 for $33 deal, and I picked up, you know, those 3 pop figures for $33, which is very cheap since each pop figure is $15 each. So basically, I paid for 2, got 1 free. Next up is one of the New York Comic-Con exclusive pop figures, and it is my favorite girl from DC, Huntress. Now, I love Huntress. I've loved her since I've read her in, Batman No Man's Land. That was the first time I got to the character. Very, very awesome pop figure. I'm very excited for the Birds of Prey movie, and very, very excited to see my girl up on screen, played by one of my favorite actresses of all time. And, yeah, so this is just a Huntress pop figure. It's not connected to the others, so... it's good for me because I was collecting a lot of the DC pop figures, but there are way too many for me to collect, and just, eventually I'm going to be running out of space to put certain pop figures, but I'm just trying to complete my favorite collections, and Huntress was my favorite pop figure, so I needed to get Huntress. Next up, I got Slain from My Hero Academia. Now this one and Huntress were also a Comic-Con exclusive. This is the 2019 Fall Convention Limited Edition, so this is the shared sticker of pop figures. I am hoping to get the actual Comic-Con ones in the mail sometime soon, but I picked up extras because you can't have enough of these. These are going to be worth a lot. I can always resell it later or trade it later. But this pop figure is probably one of my favorites. And it's very, very well detailed. And it's just another one for my collection. I love My Hero. So, you know, I'm trying to get a complete set like my friends do with their Dragon Ball sets. I have my complete Full Metal Alchemist. I have my complete set of Naruto. And I'm working on My Hero. Because, like I said, it's one of my favorites. Next up, I got Dobei, which is another villain from the show. Very, very cool villain. Though they haven't used him much. Hopefully they do in the new series. In the new season, I should say, that's coming out very, very soon, which I'm very excited for. But yeah, this is part of the first set. So All Might and Tokiomi are from set 2. Slain and Dobei are from the first set, so I don't really count them as the second set, even though they are new characters, they're new pops, but it is still part of the first set of pop figures. So I picked up that. And going back to, you know, London Comic-Con, it was an awesome convention, though it is very small compared to previous ones. The place that they chose to do it this year kind of sucked because there's not enough space in there. It's kind of cramped. You can't really fit a lot of vendors. And the guests this year were probably one of the worst, I think. There's only one or two that were even worth to go and see. But even for me, I weren't a fan of them, so I didn't bother to go and get signatures. I just went to find collectibles and stuff like that. And I picked up this awesome Sephiroth cutout. You guys might have remembered that I picked up Cloud at the Fan Expo, and he was the vendor was back here in London, which was pretty cool because I really wanted to get this. Now these are handmade done. They're not, you know, the most you know, detailed or collectibles, but I like this because I really wanted to have Cloud on one side and Sephiroth on the other, and my full, you know, Final Fantasy VII stuff. So I picked them up. I haggled the guy down. The original price was $15 for one. I got him to lower down to 10, so it saved me $5. And I'm very happy I did because I didn't want to leave him back. Like I said, I love little stuff like this, and just because it is Final Fantasy VII and I needed it, I made sure that I picked it up. So Sephiroth is going to go right beside my other collectors of Final Fantasy VII merchandise, and, you know, Cloud's going to have a friend, or, you know, not really a friend, an enemy beside him. So he's going to have to protect the loot, protect Aerith. Next up, I got a very, very awesome Kurama pop figure. Now, of course, I've already have this. I picked up an extra because I'm doing something with this pop figure. I can't say what I'm going to do with it, but I picked him up because I had a chance to pick him up when I saw him at a store here in the White Oaks Mall that is a very, very popular mall here in London that has a lot of cool stuff. And I went there one time, and I should have picked it up, but I skipped it out, and I went back to get it, and it was gone. I picked up Kurama at Fan Expo. Sorry, not at Fan Expo. I wish I was at Fan Expo. At London Comic Con. I haggled the guy, so I got this for $45, which is not bad because Amazon is selling for a lot more, and you have shipping. The guy was originally charging $45 plus tax. I got him to take the tax out, and I just paid $45 even. So I grabbed it for myself. Of course, this is a vaulted pop figure already. It's 2016 pop, but I wanted it, and like I said, I'm going to be using it for something, but I just can't tell you exactly what it is. And the cool thing that I love about Comic-Con or any convention is that you always get some free stuff. And I got a free comic book of Captain Canuck #1. Captain Canuck is my favorite superhero. It's a Toronto made superhero, which is really cool. I grew up reading Captain Canuck. I have a lot of Captain Canuck merchandise. I have a lot of Captain Canuck comics that are signed. And it's just an awesome character. I really wish he would get the pop treatment. I would really like to see a Captain Canuck pop. I think he, deserves to have one. And if they did, I would buy like 4 of them. But yeah, I love going to these things because you get free stuff. It's fun, and all these crazy cool stuff. And finally, at this convention, I finally found the pop figure I needed most. I have a complete collection so far, and I'm happy I got it. I was the first to run it. There was only 2 available. I got this one cheaper than the other vendor that was selling, and it's in mint condition, and I went through hell to find this. I looked through the Niagara Falls Comic-Con for it. I went to Fan Expo and searched every freaking booth I could find. Couldn't find one, and I finally got it. And that is the AE exclusive Naruto Shippuden pop figure Itachi. I finally have the complete set now. Itachi was the only pop figure I needed. I searched like crazy to find it, and I went super early to the Comic-Con this year, picked it up, felt like a king, like I just won the award for best collector in the world, and I finally have my Itachi pop figure. Completes my Naruto set, which the Naruto set is my most prized collection, and I'm really trying to get signatures from all the actors, voice actors that did the Naruto dubbed version to sign their pop figures. So I'm always checking every list to make sure that I get signatures from them. I already have the voice Naruto. She signed my Sage Naruto. She signed my Six Path Naruto. And now I need her to sign my Rasengan Naruto, my normal Naruto, and I need all the others. But I'm very happy that I finally have it. Thank you, God. Finally got that. So, this episode has all been about this one product. Itachi was the second. This is the first. I spent 4 months trying to track this down, and a very awesome vendor at a flea market who I became really good friends with sought out this for my collection because I really wanted it to complete it, and I'm very happy that I have these connections ever since I started these YouTube videos. But he tracked me down an official Final Fantasy VII strategy guide. Now, strategy guides are the shit. I've wanted a strategy guide from my favorite game since I started playing it, and I couldn't find it, or they were just like ridiculously priced. And this is in pretty immaculate condition. It's not perfect. The outer cover does have a couple of little damages, of course, throughout the time. But every page inside is completely pristine condition. The back is in pretty amazing condition, and I love strategy guides because it's something I can visually look at. It's something that I can display, and I want to see if I can find a nice hard plastic case to put this in so I can preserve the quality of it that is right now for future generations to come. But very happy that he went out of his way to do this for me, and he gave me a really good deal because not only did I got the Final Fantasy VII one, I also got the Final Fantasy VIII strategy guide. Now this one was, it wasn't what I was looking for, but I decided, I'm going to be playing the HD remake of 7 and 8. Well, HD remake of 8, not 7. Because I bought the physical copy that is coming from Asia that has bungled Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII on one cartridge, which should have been done right away. When Final Fantasy VII and VIII are huge games. I don't know why in our North American market they never release physical games, even though they can make more money than they do on digital, because people would be buying it. So I picked up 2 copies, one to keep sealed in a hard plastic case, and one that I'm going to open and play, of course. But yeah, he did a very good deal for me for both of the strategy guides, which I'm very happy he did. And I have to say that, I love going to him to pick up stuff. I have something that I picked up that is my birthday gift, which I'll show you when I actually have it on my birthday. But I'm very happy he did that. Very awesome guy. I just want to thank him for all these awesome support he's given me while I do my channel. And, I am doing a new venture on Nerd the Northerners, so make sure you tune in every Saturday night on Nerd the Northerners official Twitch to watch Retro Revival at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we take a whole bunch of retro games, play the hell out of them, and, we just have an amazing, fun time where we answer you guys' questions. We do giveaways, so make sure you do follow and subscribe that, and follow me here on my own channel.